Welcome back to Bucket Drop and Golden Sun. Let's cross a desert. First thing we gotta do, no, not pause, is set douse to one of our hotkeys here. I'm gonna do it for me because Ivan will be using more synergy for healing. So let me show you a quick example of what the main gimmick of this desert is. I'm going to go ahead and purposely get caught. Oh, actually, they're going to tell us about it first. A sandstorm! There'll be trouble if we get caught up in one of these. But something's wrong. Why are there so many? This is the first one we've seen, dude. If we don't get past here, we'll never make it at Babby Lighthouse. We must step carefully if we hope to escape the desert. So let me demonstrate what happens. If you go in here, you'll spin around and fly away. You get kicked out of the dungeon. You get sent back here. But we're not going to get kicked out. We're going to fight them. So the way you get rid of them is as you get sucked in, you use Douse. And then you fight a tornado lizard. There's a lot of these. There's, let me think if, I want to say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 8 of them. And then there's one big one for a boss, and then one more big one for an optional boss for how you get to Crossbone Island. I think that's right. And of course, we'll still be fighting all of the regular enemies in this dungeon here. So damage can kind of add up a little bit in this dungeon. It's not super hard, but it's not super easy. All right, so they're not actually that tough. So the reason we came down here because there's a treasure, Virtuous Armlet. I don't think this is actually better than anything we have. Yeah, it doesn't have any... Oh, it actually does have a special... I thought it only had the Restore HP, but it actually raises fire and wind power. But let's see the defense. That probably would be more useful than the attack boost on one of them, but... Do they even know any... Yeah, she only knows water synergy, and he only knows water and plasma. Whenever he learns the next level of plasma, then that would be kind of useful. But you know what? We will get a Djinn that... The next Djinn we get is going to Mia, and it will turn her into a fire-based class, so... I actually am going to give this to her. And let me just make sure that the Vambrance is not better than the... Yeah, 3 points of attack compared to 1 point of defense, that's better, so... We'll keep that, and then once Mia gets her next Djinn, she'll class up, she'll learn Wish, which is the most important thing, and then she'll also learn... Man, Isaac really needs to learn the next level of his synergy. She'll... And so does Ivan. She'll learn the next level of her synergy... she'll learn the next level of Wish. She'll learn Wish, I'm stumbling over my words here. And she'll get some fire synergy. I think she gets the volcano line, which the basic level of it is not very strong, but as it classes up, it gets much stronger. Ooh, I didn't factor in that Heat Mirage is fire-based. Oh, that actually lowered PP. So pretty much everything in this desert resists fire. I think it does at least. Though I don't think the storm lizards do. They're wind based. Well, actually, maybe I shouldn't be using that. I'll use Planet Diver. But the other ones, yeah, I don't know. They might be weak to Earth. Oh, that's good. That's a good effect. Also, I looked up the deal with Crossbone Island. I wasn't sure if I could go all the way through right now. I can't. Crossbone Island, there's one more stopgap. We made it up to level 4, which we hadn't completed, but we fought the boss and we went inside and we couldn't do anything. We can make it up to level 7, and I believe there's 9 or 10. And the Djinn, Ivan's last Djinn, is before that stopgap. So I decided we are going to go. We're going to get that Djinn. We're going to go as far as we can, and then we're going to go back. We're going to progress along the game. And probably what we'll do is... I'm trying to think, because I don't know if well, you know what? I was going to say fighting the final boss. I don't know if that would be enough for a video, but there's going to be a whole lot of plot afterwards. So probably what I'll do is pretty much get up to the final boss area, then end whatever video I'm at there, go all the way back to Crossbone Island, finish up what we got, finish that, and then for the final episode, go finish the game. Probably. That's probably what's going to happen, but it's going to depend on how strong my characters are, if I can even beat them. I might have to go do some grinding. And, what is this? Oh, that was Isaac. What? He's got to be learning the next level of Gaia pretty soon, and I think one more level, Ivan should learn Hail Prism. This is a Mimic. Oh, so I guess that answers the question. The first... I had posed the question if the first treasure chest in every dungeon was a Mimic. That was the second one in this dungeon. I believe there is a Mimic in every dungeon, but it's not necessarily the first. Nobody went to sleep. Status effects have such a low accuracy in this. Well, some of them do. Some of them seem to have a higher accuracy. I think poison hits very often. But like the other stuff, like debilitate, that didn't do anything. Sleep didn't do anything. It's getting your synergy sealed, that really works. There's most of the effect synergy seems to just not hit very often in this game. We get another Water of Life. That's useful. So I'm not going to go... This just loops around, so I'm not going to fight the Storm Lizard over there. That's actually the only one we can skip. I had said I wasn't going to fight all of these because I forgot that you fight them by progressing. I thought in my head I mixed it up and I thought you go on, if you get blown away, you fight them, which that doesn't make any sense. Why would you get sent? Why would you fight them and get sent back to the beginning of the dungeon? So yeah, so that's not the case. So we're gonna fight all but one of them, and I'm trying to think when we want to go to Crossbone Island, because I did look it up and there's a lot of good items in Lalavero, good stuff for sale. So certainly before we... I believe the middle one is the correct way to go here, so I'm going to go left and right first because there's treasure. I think what I'm going to do is going to go to Lalavero, because depending on how long this episode is, I won't have time to go through all of Crossbone Island, I don't think. So I'll probably make it to Lalavero, let whatever scenes play out. Did Ivan just level up? Did Ivan just hit level 22? No, Garrett did. How much until Ivan? All right, a couple more battles, and Ivan should finally learn some good synergy. Not that Wish isn't good. He's extremely vital to my party. I'm going to go to Lalavero, buy the equipment I need. I feel like Garrett's PP hasn't healed at all. Going to go to Lalavero, buy the equipment I want to buy, let whatever story happens, and then probably end the video there. And then I'll go back. I'll fight the the optional boss sending you to Crossbone Island just to show it. In fact, maybe I'll do that at the end of this episode, depending on how our timing looks. And then I'll go to Crossbone Island, do the stuff we can do, come back, and then that'll be the end of that episode. And then probably I'll do what I was just talking about, where I'll progress until pretty much the end of the game before going back to Crossbone Island, because in every Golden Sun game, there is essentially the equivalent of Crossbone Island. There's Crossbone Island in this one. In The Lost Age, there's Soul Sanctum. And then in Dark Dawn, you go back to Crossbone Island. And in all three of them, there is an optional boss that is harder than the actual final boss. And, ooh, a cookie. Cookie will go to, and I'm going to give it to Garrett. I know once he gets his next gin, his stats are going to explode, but until then, he needs it. He needs some. And I'm being a little bit too, I'm really conserving my synergy more than I need to here. Like, Garrett can start using. And me and Garrett, I've been conserving Garrett's. Garrett can use it, because he does a lot of damage. But did that really do that much? Like, yeah, that did less damage than Isaac's Unleash. So I should actually start paying attention to the damage here and see how big of a difference we got. Let's see. Though I guess Garrett's Unleash would have to Unleash to actually make that comparison. And all right, we finally learned Hail Prism. So now Ivan can attack a group of enemies. But I'm not gonna... Oh, I hate these enemy. They have creepy, weird feet. I do hate that, because it's creepy. Oh, I forgot how little HP they have. But the main reason I hate them, and every enemy that is the same sprite and just a recolor of this one, is that they have an attack that kills themselves and does massive damage to you. And they don't give a lot of experience. They're one of those enemies that is just really annoying to deal with. Oh, we got a... It's not even anything for Isaac to do. Yep, we can finally Hail Prism. Isaac also needs the next level of Gaia so he can do some damage. I'm mainly going to be attacking physically with him anyway, but in fact, I didn't really need to even do that. I could have just physically attacked him. All right, that was a little expensive synergy-wise, but whatever. I don't know what I was talking about. That right there is the optional boss that will take us to Crossbone Island. But before we do that, there's something to do here. Aha! If you go a little bit further, you might use Reveal, and you'll see these footy prints, and it brings you over here to this Jin. Is he just going to stand there? Ooh, Manticore. Do they have the enemies that are this sprite are usually pretty damn strong. Nothing crazy there. Let's see. Of course, Bind didn't do anything. So this is, I knew this would probably only take about 15 minutes, and that's probably about where we're getting to. So I'm thinking what I might do, well, we'll see where we're at after, because there's going to be a little bit of plot in Lalavero. Oh, yeah. I was thinking of a different Jin where he runs into the cave and you have to fight him in there, but that wrong Jin. I guess I'll... No, you know what? I need to start conserving their PP a little bit at least, because there are 2 bosses coming up. But I don't know when I'm going to fight the optional one. I don't know if I'm going to fight him now or fight him at the beginning of the next episode. We'll see at the time, because I believe he's slightly harder than the actual boss of this area. They both have very similar stats, and they're color swaps of each other, but... Alright, this is big. This is the first Jin we're getting that's going to put us in one of our final classes. Flash. And Flash is also the best Jin in the game. Block damage to a party with a firewall. Flash is essentially a better version of Granite. Granite, decreases damage dealt to your party by 50%. Flash decreases damage dealt to your party by 90%. So Flash is integral to a lot of endgame strategies for the final bosses. So let's watch how much Mia's stats are going to go up here. Hers don't actually explode because she was only she's just going from one level in the class up to the next one. But this is big. She gets Volcano Eruption and Wish. So finally, someone else can heal other than Ivan. And she actually has a ton of HP now. Though I guess that's because these guys are... No, these two are basically in similarly equivalent classes. And Garrett's the only one that's still class level down. That's right. Yeah, so I guess... okay, I thought her HP was much higher. I thought Ivan's was lower. So looking at their stats, Ivan has higher PP. Mia has higher HP. Mia has much higher defense. Ivan has higher agility. And their attack is very similar. Cool. So this way here is the way to the optional boss. We're not going to do that right now. I might come back for it at the end of this episode, depending on our time, but before that, we're going to go fight the actual boss of this level, which is a giant... Yep, there it is. Definitely want to use Douse. Do not want to get sent back to the beginning of it. You can actually avoid this boss. It's technically optional, but I'm not going to do that, so... I'm going to boost my resistance. I'll go ahead and use Planet Diver right away. Him, I'll use Impact, and I should have used Wish before, so I'm going to... well, let's look at our... Let's see what else we got. Tangle a Foe, Paralyze a Foe. Nah. Yeah, I'll use Wish. I should have used that in the first... I should have used that before the battle started, but... Oh, well. If I'm lucky, the boss will attack me first. Nope, never mind. I was going to say the boss could attack me first, but whatever. It's fine. Setup turn. You need them every now and then. So this boss, of course, is going to attack twice per turn, because they all do now, but it doesn't recover any HP, which is good. I'm just going to blast it away with that, and what other... Megapo, Gravity. No, yeah, see? No useful Jin I could use, so... This turn, I think I'm okay with just attacking. All right, how much is Planet Diver? Planet Diver's doing about 140. And Isaac's basic attack is doing like 120. All right, now, see, now we need to heal again. Let me just attack normally and see how much that does if it unleashes. Oh, you know what? Ivan is, I'll do this, because Ivan's HP is getting low. And then Mia will wish. That did a lot of damage. These things are definitely weak to Earth. And unfortunately, I don't really have anyone that has a strong Earth attack. If Isaac was in his base class, he would have a strong Earth attack. But he doesn't. So he isn't. So he doesn't. And I'm just going to go ahead and set that. Because he's only doing about 80 damage anyway. So it actually might be more efficient to just repeatedly set and use that, because it'll help him stay a little bit healthier. Ooh, this is going to be strong. Oh, I'm surprised that only attacks 2. And I'm also surprised that my guys still... Let me see here. Definitely attacking with you. See, Isaac can... oh, no, he can't spare one of these. Oh, he'll change classes entirely if I do this. Okay, so I don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do... Nope, wrong button. Definitely don't want to do that. But Ivan, I will use that just because it's more powerful. Well, you know what? No. I'm kind of talking to myself here. I guess I always am. I'm just babbling there. It's not important. I think we're getting... We're almost done here. This boss has close to 3,000 HP, I think. But what I was saying was I'm surprised that my guys' stats haven't returned to normal yet. Because the battle's been going on for a little bit now. And this video is going on for long enough now, too, that I'm definitely not going to go fight the other thing. Unless I could be wrong about there being scenes in Lalavero. I'm just pretty sure there are. This thing's got to be close to dying now. Okay, now I'm definitely going to have to heal. Oh, boy. Oh, no. That was lucky. If he had attacked Isaac there, I would have died. Yeah, there we go. The battle's far enough along that I'm not going to bother raising my stats again. So I'm just going to go ahead and double wish. In fact, he might die from Isaac's attack anyway. That's a wishful thinking. Fingers crossed. Do it. Acid bath. Yes. No. Maybe he's out of PP. That'd be cool. I'm going to go ahead and sap, because if I'm lucky, it'll kill him. No. He didn't flash and get the... so close. But alright, so that boss is actually optional. If you manage to avoid the tornado, you don't have to fight him. So normally you'd come over here, see this cool sunken statue here. Maybe there's some kind of ancient civilization here. And then you'd look around here and go, I probably can reveal here. And you use... too far ahead. When you're over here, you use reveal, and then that's where you see the footprints, and that's what leads you to the Djinn. It's just, I knew where it was already. So that's a dead end. So we're essentially at the end here now. So we just need to finish up. We'll go to Lalavero. I think there'll be a couple minutes of scenes, and then we'll buy what we need to buy, and probably that's it. Because that boss took a couple minutes, and I don't like the episodes to drag on too long, so... Yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. We're going good. Certainly need a heal. Been a little while since we've stayed at an inn. We've been doing oh, wrong button. Oh, okay. I guess we don't need to heal. I mean, I was saying it's been a little while since we healed. I meant it's been a little while since we stayed at an inn, and now it looks like once again we won't have to. Do I go around this way? Yeah. Is there one more at the end there? I don't think there is. It looks like there's a one space passage where there should be another lizard, but nope. Yeah, there's not. Sheba's nowhere to be found. I wonder what happened. Should we search the desert once more or press on to Lalavero? What do you say, Isaac? Should we keep going? Yeah. Ah, yes, I had forgotten about your foes. Our guard gate lies ahead. We could leave Sheba to the soldiers at the gate. Well, perhaps we should head there first, then. So, yeah, let's do that. How close are we now? Should be, like, right around here. Same enemies. You know, I did just consider now, fighting the other boss because I got a full heal, basically. But it's essentially the same boss, so why fight the same boss 2 times back-to-back just like that? Oh, I forgot about Sahala Gate. So actually, never mind. We are going to go fight the boss, because you actually don't have to fight this boss even to get to Crossbone Island. I'm just going back on everything. You don't have to fight the boss to get to Crossbone Island. You just let it take you there. So even if you want to go to Crossbone Island, you could totally go through the game without ever seeing this thing. But I just want to do it, just to say we fought it. It's not that hard. It's maybe a little bit harder than the one we just fought, but it's very similar, and we should be able to beat it, no problem. So I'll heal up, and we'll make our way over there. Does anyone have void? No. There is an avoid encounters synergy. Ah, I did it again. That's been a big problem for me going through this desert in the past. I've set douse to a hotkey and then accidentally pressed the wrong one, and then you get booted out of the desert and have to go through it all over again, which is really annoying. Let me tell you, really, really annoying. Quick sphere. Mia was like off the screen there for a second. That was weird. I'm going to go ahead and use all the synergy I want because I got fully healed, so it's fine. Yeah. Alright, so gaming-wise, what else have I been doing? Because we're going to be fighting the same boss a second time, so I got to come up with something interesting to talk about. I can't remember if I mentioned that I beat Final Fantasy IX. So I did. After I know I mentioned playing Final Fantasy VIII while I was playing Hyper Light Drifter. I don't remember if I mentioned that I beat 9. I started playing 9 pretty much immediately after playing 8. And I had played it partially before. I emulated it on my PSP a while ago. And at some point, I was hunting for blue magic or something kind of towards the end of the game. And I died and lost an hour of progress from not saving. And I rage quit. So I'll actually just... Whoop. throw me in a battle first to throw off my rhythm here. I'll show you it sending me to the Crossbone Island. Actually, no, I won't, because it's gonna... I was going to, but then as soon as it was about to happen, I remembered that when I came back, it would send me back to the beginning of the desert, which I don't want to do. So as you can see, this one is slightly bigger, and he's purple. Tough. So we're going to use essentially the exact same strategy, really. Set everyone up. I don't need to wish this time, so Mia can just go ahead and attack. Yes, what was I saying? So I finished Final Fantasy IX. I rage quit previously because I lost maybe an hour progress, but I just hate losing progress. So I lost not a crazy amount of progress, but enough, and I just kind of never went back to it. Well, yeah, I guess I can just attack again twice. And it's been years since I went back to it, and I've been wanting to play it because I know I would like it. It's basically a throwback to some of the older Final Fantasy games. Like, it has a bunch of references to older Final Fantasy games. It's more of a classic setting after 7 and 8 were kind of weird. Even 6 was kind of weird in the regard of, like, the setting of it. Not quite as weird as 7 was weird, and 8 was even weirder. 9 was like a throwback to the classic fantasy-style Final Fantasy. And, of course, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Not my favorite. 6 is still my favorite. And I don't know where I would put it in terms of the ranking overall. I probably like Final Fantasy IV better. And, honestly, I might have even liked 8 better. I might have liked 10 better. So it's probably my 4th favorite. Is probably a good way of putting it. After 6 being my favorite, and 4, then 10, then probably 9. Maybe. It's been a while since I've played 10, so I can't truly remember how much I liked it, but I know I did like it. And, yeah. So I finished that, and then, as I mentioned in the Castlevania video, I had been playing Metroid games. Or actually, I don't know if I mentioned that. I mentioned that I was playing that Castlevania game because I thought I had played all the Metroid, and then I realized, oh, I actually haven't. But I've been playing the Metroid games that I haven't in anticipation for Dread. So I played through Super Metroid officially now, so now I've officially beaten it. Because I had beaten maybe half of it at my friend's house before. I did mention this. I remember telling the story. So I had beaten a bunch of it at my Maryland's friend's place. And this time I went back and beat it myself. And then after that, I played Metroid Fusion. And then I just finished yesterday Return of Samus, which is a remake of the second game in the Metroid 2, Samus Returns. Oh boy, Mia might die. Oh. Okay, we might want to set that up again. And yeah, I am going to set that stuff up again, because that was very important. Very, very important. Because this thing, and I'm remembering now, this thing is definitely harder than the other one. It has similar stats overall, but its synergy is stronger. Specifically, that wing attack thing it's using is very powerful. Oh, that's clutch. The wing beat thing it's doing, and even the what should we call it? Oh, and its resistance drop. That's big too. Oh, this was a pretty big swing here. These last 2 turns. This wing stroke is very powerful, and it's the slash attack it knows, that is also very powerful. I'm gonna go ahead and summon Sap, and you can heal. Yeah, so I played them. I finished. I'm done with Metroid games now, and I was getting ready to play Metroid Dread, but my friends are going to be getting it soon, and I'm going to hold off, A, just so that I don't get burnt out on Metroid, and B, also so that we can play it together. I don't want to play too much of it. I don't want to get sick of it. So I'm going to hold off. And my friend is going to be getting it around Halloween. Yeah, I know, whatever. Nice. Ruffian. Cool. Ascetic. All right, so now that's gone. So we would not be going to Crossboat Island. If we want to, though, if you leave and come back. Oh, it's not back. Okay, so you have to leave the whole dungeon to get it. But we will come back, and we are not going to fight this thing next time. Let me finish my thought, though. I'm waiting to play Dread. We're going to play Dread together at the end of the month just because that's cute. I don't know. All the people that I've heard that have played it have said it's fantastic, so I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, I've been playing Resident Evil 4, reliving my childhood. I now own it 3 times, and I'm playing it for maybe the 10th time or something. Whatever. Fun game. Love that. After this, I'm going to heal myself and make my way out of the desert and go through Sahala, blah, 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 desert gate and everything. And then I will see you guys there next time on Bucket Drop. Peace out.